Give me your thoughts on the 49er D-line. 5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 15 hurries. 7 hits on the quarterback. Really nice job up front. I mean, this team did not have Kinlaw. Eric Armstead went out in the second half with a recurrence of the foot pain. Sounds like he's got a little plantar fasciitis he's working through. But man, I mean, the guy that really is opening my eyes, obviously Bosa was great, incredible. Right. Bosa, I mean, three tackles, 2 sacks, 5 hits on the quarterback, constant double teams, opens up everything else for Ebukam and everybody else in that line. But the guy who really kind of, I thought, is starting to really get me excited as far as a football player is Charles Omenihu. Just the way this guy, and Ebukam as well, both these guys have 2 traits. They got lean. They're playing incredibly fast. Like, I think Ebukam and Omenihu are playing the fastest I've ever seen them play. And both those guys, when you have both those guys and Drake Jackson and, others, but all that opposite Nick Bosa, man, that was a big question for me. What were they going to be looking like? Is D Ford going to, be able to bounce back? If not, were they going to be able to replace D Ford? Well, I don't want to say they have, but man, they got some great looking candidates right now. Those are the guys that jumped out to me. Omenihu's got to be leaner and faster and more explosive than I can remember him going back to when I first saw him at Texas.
I had a feeling you were going to say Omenihu because I feel the same. He is been one of the players that I've been watching, throughout training camp leading up to the season. We've talked about a lot who's going to fill that Arden Key role where you're going to have some of these defensive ends shift down over the 3 tech and rush the passer over the guard. I think Charles Omenihu has a perfect spot as this kind of I literally can play all 4 spots along the defensive line, whether it's outside on the defensive end in the wide 9. He could literally kick into the 1 or the 0 tech if needed. Omenihu has been phenomenal, and you could see it going back to Seattle, Denver. He is constantly around the quarterback. It might not produce in the sense of sack production, but he is constantly winning these pass rushing reps and getting into the backfield and making it really muddy for these other quarterbacks. So Omenihu has been fantastic, and I think he's only going to get better as the season progresses. He has a nasty swipe move that he throws on these offensive linemen when they stick their hands out. He just has this beautiful swipe, gets leverage, and gets right by him. But there are so many talented players on this defensive line. Samson Ebukam, again, you mentioned, had the 2 sacks, strip sack at the end. Hassan Ridgeway has been someone that I've really liked on the interior. He's shown multiple flashes. Givens. It's just an embarrassment of riches for Chris Kosarek and the San Francisco 49ers D-line. Again, it's one of the reasons why we tout it as, the best position group on the 49ers for the better part of, seems like 2 years now.
Be sure to join us today and tell all of your friends who are Bay Area sports fans where we are at. Join us for our post-game live streams on YouTube, and jump in the chat.